Hi, I'm Gabriela and welcome to The Good Life. Motherhood is said to be one of the most beautiful experiences in a woman's life. A year after I got married, I was blessed to discover that I'm expecting a baby girl. And on this new journey, I'd like to share all of my experiences with you. In these special episodes of The Good Life, we'll feature amazing spa treatments and safe exercises for pregnant women. I'll also scout the city for great restaurants to see which type of food I can still enjoy. We'll meet inspiring moms who balance success with motherhood, and of course, we'll feature great tips on how pregnant women can stay fit and fabulous.
I'm feeling good.
In today's episode, I will visit the new executive chef of Sofitel JBR to learn how to create a spinach ricotta pasta dish. I'll also show you the prenatal exercise session I attended with Urban Energy Fitness. And for our good tips, I'm meeting up with Little Majilis co-founder Annabelle Fitzimmons to talk about gift ideas that both mommies and babies will love. I'm here with Chef Vladimiro at the Plantation Lounge at the Sofitel JBR. Hi Chef, and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure for me to be here today.
Thank you. What are we preparing today?
Today, obviously, I'm Italian, so we go with the Italian dish. We do ravioli. We do a special shape of ravioli. We call it agnolotti, stuffed with ricotta and spinach.
You know, ever since I got pregnant, my biggest craving is pasta. Like, I'll have it in all different kinds, whole wheat pasta, normal pasta.
That's good.
So this is
healthy
perfect.
Dish. It's a healthy dish.
And I was told we're doing our own pasta, right?
Yes, correct.
What flour are we using?
So we have a 00 flour. Basically is the grain texture of the flour. 00 basically is grinded very fine. While increasing the numbers, the grain of the flour is getting bigger and bigger.
Okay.
So we start basically with a cutting board. We put all our flour on it.
And this is a portion for how many people?
This actually, I'm doing now a portion of 400 grams of flour. We can do for 3 portions.
Okay.
Place our egg in the middle.
Okay. So you use both the egg white and the egg, the yellow of the egg. Your wife is also pregnant.
Yes,
giving
correct.
Birth soon,
exactly,
right?
exactly. So, yeah, I do lots of cooking right now at home for her. So she's busy with our 2-year-old daughter. So
oh, I can imagine.
need to give some support. Huh?
Yeah. It's different when you have your first child because you can still focus more on yourself, and you have all the time in the world.
Yes.
But when you have to take care of another child, that must be more challenging.
Yes, exactly. Once we make the dough, we wrap it and we rest it for half an hour.
Okay, rest means leaving it in the fridge or even in room temperature?
In the fridge or room temperature, doesn't really matter. If you keep a room temperature, it's actually better, so it's easier later on to chill it. In the fridge will get a bit hard,
okay.
So you need to work a bit harder to roll it off.
So Chef, how do we continue?
We continue now, we combine together our ingredients. We have the ricotta cheese, blanched spinach, and Parmesan cheese.
Right.
So I will just take you through.
Okay, it's actually pretty basic, those 3 ingredients.
Yes, correct.
And blanched spinach means you just cooked it shortly in water, right?
In the boiling water with a bit of salt. Then we strain it, we squeeze out the excess water out of it, and then we chop it finely.
And cheese is a really big topic, obviously, when you're pregnant because you don't really know which cheese you can go for and which one not. A lot of soft cheeses are actually not allowed when you're pregnant. So do you have any advice on how to know what to avoid and what you can eat?
Yeah, basically all the pasteurized cheese you can actually eat. The ricotta cheese is one of the soft cheese that actually is good for pregnant ladies. From the name ricotta, it means recooked. So Usually the batch of the milk where we get Parmesan cheese is being again bring it to temperature, and this is from where is coming the ricotta.
So even if it wasn't cooked, you could eat it.
Correct. So now our stuffing is ready. I'm gonna place it in a piping bag.
Oh, I see. So that will be easier to then later fill the pasta.
Exactly. So we're using disposable piping bags.
Parmesan is one of those hard cheeses that are perfect when you're pregnant, I think.
Exactly.
Same with like Gruyere as well, and
Yes.
cheddar cheese.
Cheddar cheese as well.
So hard cheese doesn't actually cause any danger because it's so dry as well.
Yes, it's actually matured.
Yeah.
So all the moisture is being gone out from the cheese. That is where the bacteria they grow. So usually the dry cheeses are well suited for pregnant babies.
So this has been resting for 30 minutes, isn't it?
Yes, this has been rested. Place a bit of flour on it.
How many grams of ravioli do you recommend per person?
Usually the ravioli as is stuffed pasta can go around 220 grams of the final product.
Okay.
That is one portion,
All right.
actually good portion, to avoid cravings.
That's so true. It's good to eat a lot of regular meals, I think, instead of maybe like 3 huge meals a day when you're
Yes,
pregnant.
correct.
So this could be a great lunch meal.
So we cut a part of it and then I will start.
So you can't put everything at once, obviously, because the machine's not big enough.
Yeah. We cut it in smaller pieces and then we take it through our machine. We start with the larger number.
So how thin does it have to be?
This is the right thickness. You can see your hand in between.
Oh, that's
So
a good
it's-
indicator.
It's a good indication. Usually the number is 1.5 on
Okay.
the machine.
So chef, what's the next step?
Next step, now we're gonna pipe our stuffing on it. This is a bit different way of doing ravioli, actually. It's giving quite an interesting shape at the end.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
we pinch it with our fingers.
Can I try?
Of course.
Okay.
So with one you hold
need
it.
flour?
and You need a bit of flour, otherwise your hand is gonna stick. With the first hand you just hold it, and the rest, the other hand you press it.
So this is a pot of boiling water.
Boiling water, correct.
Yeah.
We just place a bit of salt, rock salt.
How many spoons did you put in there?
I put 3 spoons, 3 teaspoons. We're gonna have approximately 4-5 liters of water
Okay.
over here. And we just place our pasta.
So you don't actually wait till it's boiling.
It's actually
Simmering.
just starting,
Yeah.
simmering, yeah.
Okay.
We don't need very hard boiling water for the stuffed pasta
Yeah.
because it might breaks and all our stuffing will come out. So I will suggest to keep a bit of low boiling water. for it. We place a little bit of our butter. Not too much, we keep it as healthy as possible.
Okay.
So we put a bit of water.
Yeah, I've heard chefs say that you could use the water of the pasta for the sauce because
Yes.
the starch is good.
Correct. So we place a bit of sage.
Yes. So what other cheese do you recommend to your wife when she has a craving for cheese? Is there anything else?
Usually she like Parmesan cheese.
Yeah.
She does like mozzarella, but right now she avoids.
Maybe pasteurized mozzarella would be
Pasteurized
okay?
mozzarella, yes, unless you cook it or you do some lasagna or some baked pasta. That is
Pizza.
ideal. Yes, pizza, correct. Right, so our pasta is actually ready. We
How do you know how long to cook it
strain
for?
it. Usually the pasta, the fresh pasta dough doesn't need to cook much, maximum 4 to 5 minutes,
Okay.
unless you really want it very, very well done.
And that's enough for the ricotta as well to be cooked?
Correct.
Although it doesn't have to be, as you said,
Exactly,
it's actually
yes.
a cheese that you can eat raw.
So I'm putting a bit of sun-dried tomatoes.
Yes.
Will help on adding extra flavor on it.
And these have been chopped?
Are being chopped previously. A bit of truffle oil.
Oh,
It's
my
like some
favorite.
truffle and
Are there
bit
some
of-
truffle pieces in there as
yes,
well?
correct. But then we're gonna finish it with a fresh truffle on top. The way we serve it here in Plantation, we use this cassoulet. It's a particular shape casserole where we serve it directly on the table. So I'm gonna plate it right now.
I think that material keeps it warm as well.
Yes, exactly. It's cast iron pot. We're going to place a bit of pecorino cheese as well as the hard cheese. It will give quite a kick in terms of flavor.
How is pecorino different from Parmesan?
Pecorino basically is it's not a cow milk. Parmesan is a cow milk. Pecorino is a sheep milk. So it will give quite strong flavor.
Okay, chef, so this is the finished product, and I can't wait to try it. So I'm gonna go right ahead.
Please.
So delicious. I'm gonna take another bite because I like it so much. This is amazing. Really, it tastes
Thanks.
so good. I love the creamy taste of the sauce. And then also inside, the ricotta and the spinach fit so well together.
Yes.
It's a perfect combination, as you said, actually, of the sweet ricotta and the salty pecorino
Exactly.
and the Parmesan cheese. This is like a comfort dish. Like, it makes you feel good.
Correct. Yeah, it's a homey dish. As you say, the balance is pretty well through all the eating experience. So it's very simple dish to do, but in flavor is quite good as well.
I hope I can manage. I'll have to get one of these machines first,
Yes.
but it's very easy to find in Dubai
Correct.
anyway, in the stores, department stores. So thank you so much, Chef
Thanks a
Jumeirah,
lot.
for showing me how to prepare this.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere, because there's more goodness when we come back. Being pregnant is not an excuse to stop exercising. In fact, I was really surprised to find out how many workouts are out there that will help you stay fit and even help with delivery. Here's a prenatal fitness session I tried out. I'm here with Amy from Urban Energy Fitness, who's going to show me some prenatal exercises. You just gave birth recently. How is it getting back into exercising?
It was harder than I thought it would be. I trained all the way through my pregnancy. I was still teaching the morning of the night I delivered.
Wow, so till the very end, actually, till you
To
gave
the
birth,
very
you were
end.
exercising?
Yeah, I taught that morning and then I went in that night and had the baby. I was back teaching at 3 weeks and then back exercising at 5 weeks post C-section.
You're obviously very fit, and you were fit also before you got pregnant, but can you recommend this also for normal people like me to get back into exercising that early on?
Yeah, of course. Like we take every client as an individual. Start at your own pace. Everybody's different, everybody's bodies are different, everyone's deliveries are different. So we teach everyone as an individual and tailor a program for their needs.
There's quite a serious issue we talked about just before about having your muscles in your stomach separate, and there's a lot that you can do to prevent it or heal it once it's happened, right?
Yeah, that condition is called diastasis recti. It's this separation of your six-pack muscle, so the muscle at the front. It happens unfortunately to 2/3 of pregnancies, and there's a lot you can do to prevent it, but if it happens and you've followed everything, then unfortunately you can't prevent it. It will just happen. It's the bit that stretches the most of your belly, down the front of the middle of your tummy. Just trying to engage your core as much as possible. You mentioned you're doing Pilates, which we also recommend. That's really, really good for your core.
So should we get started on the exercises?
Yep, so we're gonna do 4 exercises today, 2 kind of total body exercises, legs and arms combined, and then we're gonna go onto the floor and do 2 floor exercises. We're gonna start with a squat press. So you want your feet hip width apart. We want to keep the weight transferred on your heels, so we don't want to be leaning forward with the toes because that's going to put quite a lot of pressure on your knees. All right. We're going to pop the weights on your shoulders, and then we're going to sink our bum down. We can get down to almost 90 degrees, keep the weight on the heels. We're going to come up and then lift the weights above the shoulders. Bring them back down to your shoulders, and then take it into that squat again. Good. Now the modifications to these, obviously you can keep squatting during your pregnancy. We want to encourage that because when you're then lifting your baby off the floor, this is the movement that we need to do. So we encourage squatting. Obviously getting towards the last of your 3rd trimester, we can take it to a less deeper squat. Okay, we don't have to get all the way down to 90 degrees. If you at all feel dizzy with the overhead lift, then we recommend that you just keep the weights on your shoulders. It can elevate your blood pressure if you've got high blood pressure, so we just recommend that you keep the weights on the shoulders. So second exercise is a lunge with a bicep curl. There's 3 modifications that we're going to do for it, depending on what stage of pregnancy you're at. As you're 6 months, you're kind of coming into, you can still do the first exercise. We'll move on to the second one. You're going to take a nice step forwards, plant your heel, drop into a lunge, curl at the top, and then push back, changing legs with the curl. Okay, the weight should be transferred to your heel again, not your toe. Shoulders back and tummy in. Okay? Okay. So the modification, if coming into sort of 7-8 months, if you feel that the hip joints feel loose, it's relaxing hormone, it's completely normal. We just take it to a static lunge. So we keep the right leg forward, shoulders back and down, tummy in, looking straight ahead. We drop into the lunge, curl on the way up. And we're not going to switch the legs. So we're just going to do 5 on the right and 5 on the left. And then the last one, if that becomes even uncomfortable towards the end as well, we can do just a step back lunge. Stepping back into the lunge. We'll leave out the bicep curl for now, but that's just again less pressure on the hip. So we can just do 5 on each side. We're going to do on the floor is called a Superman. It's very good for your core. You can do this right the way through your pregnancy. So we're going to start on our hands and knees. Now what we want to be conscious of is keeping the weight evenly distributed. Okay, so when we lift, we're going to be lifting our right arm and left leg. We don't want to be tilting and all wobbling. Okay, so engage your tummy muscles. look straight ahead. Slowly lift your right arm, left leg, so everything is in line. We're going to pause it for a couple of seconds and then bring it back. Take it to the left side, left arm, right leg, and then switch, right arm, left leg. Take the knees slightly apart, bring your bum back to your heels. And relax. The next one we're going to do is called the bridge. Again, this is safe right the way through your pregnancy from start to finish. Very good for core and also engaging your glute muscles, which are very important to keep strong, which help to keep your back strong. We're going to get down on the floor safely. As we talked about before, we don't want to be going directly backwards. It's too much pressure on your abdominals. So we're just going to start lying on your side and then turning onto your back that way. We're going to start by taking an inhale, and as you exhale you're going to lift your hips so they line up with your knees, squeeze your bottom and then slowly lower.
Amy, I really enjoy doing these exercises. If it was up to me, I'd do it every day. But what's the limit, or how many times a week do you recommend that someone should do this who's pregnant?
If you've been working out daily before you got pregnant, you can continue to work out daily, but we recommend that you do different things. So for example, you could do a resistance workout 3 to 5 times a week, and then throw in either some Pilates, yoga, cardio, swimming. If you're still jogging, then that's okay and it feels okay. Just listen to your body. That's what we recommend. Is everybody's different, and your body is very smart and it will tell you when to stop.
How many sets and repetitions do you recommend one should do?
In our classes, funnily enough, because of the old baby brain, we tend to do more for time. So we'll do a circuit of 10 exercises for 1 minute at a time, and we'll maybe do that three times.
And until what month or week before you give birth can you do these exercises for?
Again, like I mentioned earlier, I was training the morning that I delivered. I've had clients up to 42 weeks still come into class. It really does depend on how you feel. If there's a medical reason, your doctor will let you know to stop exercising. But if you feel good, then there's nothing stopping you.
Great, thank you so much, Amy, for teaching me how to do these exercises.
Thank you very much, lovely to meet you.
I'm here with Annabelle Fitzimmons, who's going to give us some gift ideas for mommies and babies. Hi Annabelle, welcome to the show.
Hi Gabriela, thanks for having me.
Congratulations first of all, you're a mom of 4 and you have 2 twins, your youngest ones.
That's
They're
right.
girls, right?
That's right.
Amazing. Yeah. How do you have time to, have your own business on top of everything?
I think like all mums, you become really good at multitasking and juggling.
So you balance things out, right?
So I do.
Sometimes when you don't have kids yourself yet and you're invited to a baby shower, or you have a friend who's going to have a baby and you want to surprise them with something sweet, it's overwhelming to know what you can give them. Do you have any ideas or tips?
Yeah, I'd say it's always a good idea to be practical but not too practical. Find often by the time the baby shower or the baby comes around, the mum's gone out and bought a lot of the essentials that they'll need. So it's always nice to have a treat, something more unusual.
What about if you don't know if it's a boy or a girl? Because some parents like to keep it a secret. Like some parents don't even know themselves what it's going to be.
Mine were a surprise.
Oh, really?
I think then just keep the colours neutral, but again, nursery presents are lovely, and a lot of clothes also you can get in neutral colours, or toys that suit both boys and girls.
And what gifts are okay to have 2 or 3 of, like maybe a couple of friends giving the same things?
Blankets and muslins and things like that are always winners.
I heard you can't get enough muslins. Up to 10 is fine.
Use them for everything. But clothes I think are good as well, and I think for the baby, think about upsizing. So Mums often get a whole lot of gifts for tiny babies, but it's really nice to have a few things in larger sizes packed away that are special. So don't always think about a newborn, try and think maybe 3 or 6 month size, so they've got some nice things to look forward to as well.
So on Little Majilis, you'll find a lot of products that are quite personalized and unique. What could you, for example, buy for a mom who's about to expect a baby?
I think things like personalised stationery, a lovely picture frame for them to put baby photos in is always a nice one, and a pretty piece of jewellery.
Are there any first-time gifts for moms that you wouldn't think of normally?
Do you know, I think one of the nicest gifts is home-cooked food for the freezer. And I think I was certainly given by a few friends meals to pull out on those days that just haven't gone to plan, and it's a really thoughtful, lovely gift to have. Just have a little gift from the Majilis.
Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Thank you so
Pleasure.
much.
It's a pleasure.
Oh, what a treat. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. This is so cute. I can't believe it. Oh my God, it's so sweet.
Just a little congratulations, and thanks for having us on the show.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
That's so thoughtful of you.
Pleasure.
I just had an amazing baby shower, and it was just such a surprise because all of my girlfriends showed up here carrying balloons and gifts, and there was an afternoon tea prepared, and I was just so overwhelmed, and I got really emotional. I couldn't even believe.
We wish you safe delivery, and we wish all the joy and love that you guys have together. So happy to be part of the baby's future.
So we'd like to wish you the best for the rest of your pregnancy, and also a healthy delivery.
No, I didn't suspect anything at all. I mean, I can't even believe either how naive I am or how good everyone planned this. I think it's the latter, I hope. So cute!
Every hour, every day, every smile, every word you say, there's no way to describe how I feel with you in my life.
You're gonna have the most beautiful girl ever.
Ooh, there's only one of you.
I hope the baby will be very healthy, and I'm sure she'll be beautiful as well, like her mother.
Give you everything you need. Give you all the air you breathe. Always give the best to me.
The person that you're going to be bringing into the world will be just as beautiful as you and him.
I gave you dreams for your awake, and all your brightest days.
This is such a crazy surprise, really. And I didn't even guess one tiny little thing. But I was just so happy about how this day turned out. Thanks for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed this special series for moms-to-be and this grand finale, my baby shower, with my friends. I really hope to see you next season. Bye. Thank you to Cakes and Bakes for this beautiful looking cake, to DB Babies for this beautiful hamper, all in pink. Thank you to the Stroller Spa for teething items, to Baby Boutique for this beautiful hamper with all the essentials I'll need. Thank you to Little Majilis for the cute stuffed toys and the blanket. Thank you, Marha Baby, for the baby box. Thank you to Lifestyle Yoga for the free yoga sessions. And thanks to Tish Tash for these amazing candles. I'm really excited to give these to my girlfriends after the baby shower. They're from Pure Candles, which are natural and non-toxic. Thank you so much to the Sofitel JBR for hosting this most wonderful baby shower. I can't thank you enough. And thank you so much to my wonderful friends for being here and completing this wonderful afternoon. I had so much fun filming these special episodes of The Good Life. I also learned a lot on the way. I really hope you enjoyed being part of my journey. I would like to extend a big thank you to the physique-tv family for all their support and of course for throwing me such a fabulous surprise baby shower.